Phil here, out for a little bike ride. Thought I'd stop, take a break here at John Henderson City Park. Got a beautiful view. As you can see, a little lake behind me, trees, walkways all around the park, a whole bunch of Canadian geese up here, ducks down on the water here. So thought I'd take a minute and talk to you about as I alluded to in my last video, a little problem I had with my my Rad Rover. When I got back from my last trip, I washed the Rover because it was really dirty, and then let it set for a month, I think, before I went to ride it again. And when I went to ride it, there was no power. It wouldn't work. I mean, the power was there. I'd twist the throttle, the bike would start to go, and then it would just quit. You know, and I let off on the throttle, you know, and then twist it again. It would go for a little bit, up to about, I don't know, 600 watts or something. Then it would just quit again. As a matter of fact, I made a little video on it, and when I got home I was thinking, well, you know, that's not right. And so I contacted tech support at Rad Rover and got in touch with a tech named Tyler. Very nice guy, very helpful. He said, you know, what's the problem? And I told him, and he said, well, can you send us a little video? And I said, sure, I'll make a little video and send it to you. Well, I got out there and had my GoPro trying to make a video, and my batteries in my GoPro were gone, so I took out my cell phone and you know, took a little video of the cell phone, as you can see, you know, here. I'll put it in. Somewhere in here, I'll put it in. I'm trying to film what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And as you can see, the battery indicator shows that it's full battery, and the PAS level is on 1. I'm going to bump that up to 3 to start with. And what I've noticed is right here the watts. Right now they're on 0. I'll start out, I'll give it throttle, it'll go up, then it'll all of a sudden just back off. So let me see if I can get that. I don't know how this is going to work with my phone. My GoPro just quit on me, so I have to try it with the phone. Okay, you see it's go up to 345, 3 something here. Okay, I've got the throttle full open. It went up to something and then it just dropped back down to 0. Now it's jumped back up to 200 something. Let off on the throttle. Give it to it again. It jumps up. And then all of a sudden just goes back to 0. Okay, now it's on 0. I'm going to go ahead and throttle it. It goes up. now it's back to 0 again. Let off on the throttle. Give it throttle again. It's on 0. But what was happening, as you can see in the video, was I'd power up, it would start to accelerate and go up and then just die and just quit. And it didn't matter what pedal assist I was in, or what gear I was in, or if I was pedaling or not. And so after talking to Tyler, he said, well, it sounds like your throttle to me. So I said, okay. He said, I'll send you a new throttle, since the bike was still under warranty. And so he sent me a new throttle. Well, he thought he did. And but the thing I received in the mail was actually a speed sensor, and which was wrong, of course. And I emailed him back, said, hey, you sent me the wrong thing. And he said, okay, it's a screw up in the shipping department. Let me send you a throttle. So I sent the speed sensor back, and he did send me a throttle. I put that throttle on there. Really easy to get on, though. And tried it, nothing. Still, I mean, the same thing was happening. And of course, before he sent anything out, he said check all the wires and all that, which I did. And I checked to make sure that it wasn't the brake switch, because you know there's a switch in the brakes. When you apply the brake, it cuts out the motor. So I made sure it wasn't that, you know, isolated that, and it wasn't that. So I checked the wires, put the throttle on, wrote him back, said, hey, it's not the throttle. He said, okay. He said, let me send you a new controller and wiring harness. It might be that. So I said, okay. So after a few days, new controller came in. So I swapped out the controller. And I tried it, and nothing. Same thing happening. Open the throttle, go for a little bit, and then just quit. And wrote him back again, and he said, well, let me do some more research on it, get back with you. So a couple days later, he got back and said, watch this video. And so I said, okay. So I watched the video. Didn't help. Contacted him again, and he says, let me talk to another tech. So they talked and got back to me, and he said, check your speed sensor in your switch on your monitor. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. When you turn the bike on, press the middle mode button, and it comes up and you get your battery indicator, miles ridden, and speed, and so forth. Well, if you hold down both the up and down arrow simultaneously, you go into your alternate settings. Here you can see that the tire size setting is blinking. And push the up arrow, go up larger, down arrow, down more. Okay, mode button again, one time, and you get to the speed setting. And right now it's flashing at 40 kilometers. That's because I had set it up originally at 40 kilometers. Well, when I got the new controller from Rad Rover, this thing was set way down to I think it was 13 or 7 or 13, something like that. Anyway, it was set way down, and that's why it would not accelerate. You hold the throttle, it accelerates, and when it gets to that speed, in this case it was set to about 8 miles an hour, the engine or the power, the motor would just cut out and go back. And then when it slowed down, you throttle it again, it'll go up, it'll hit that speed that you have set, and then just cut out on you. And that was the problem. And so now I've got mine reset back to the 40 kilometers an hour here, and I can get max speed out of it. And that's what I had set it up originally. I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, that just shows you how to set it up. I'm going to go ahead and mode here and turn it off. And so I went and checked that, and sure enough, the speed was set down at new controller. And when I after I'd got the bike originally, I'd went in and I'd set that up to the 40 miles an hour, so, or 40 kilometers an hour, so I could get the max speed out of it. And I don't know if the old controller was bad or somehow it got readjusted back down to the slower speed, or if the new controller was the answer and yet it came set with a slower speed. So I went in there and I kicked it back up to the 40 kilometers to give me the maximum, 25, 26 miles an hour, and went out and tried it. Presto, worked like a champ. So I'm now back excuse me, riding and enjoying the bike. And like I said, came for a little ride, stopped here to show you this scenery and make this little short video. But I just love excuse me I just love my Rover, and I can't say anything better about the tech support that I received from Rad Rover. They were very helpful, very responsive, answered my questions, checked my concerns, and really just real friendly and helpful. And I really appreciate that, and they did a good job getting me back going again. And so, in my personal opinion, I recommend the Rover. There's a lot of different complaints out there about tires and all this kind of stuff, but I just love mine. I've never had a problem with the tires yet. I've only got I guess 200 and something miles on here so far, but I just love it. I just love it. I am very happy with the purchase. I would do it again. So just wanted to say that, show you the scenery, and say enjoy your Rover, having fun like I'm having on mine. So until later, fill out. Enjoy the scenery. See some of the Canadian geese over there. You can hear and honking in the distance there. Bunch of ducks down there in the pond. Just a gorgeous day. Beautiful park. A bunch more Canadian geese over there. Don't know if you can see them. White gooses and the Canadian geese. Or is it Canada geese? I've always called them Canadian geese, but somebody the other day was calling them Canada geese. But you can see the park. Nice park. Up there on the top of that hill, they got, the playgrounds for the kids and slides and swings and all that kind of stuff. Nice woods. Okay, until later, fill out. Hey y'all, Phil here. Don't forget to subscribe. You know you want to, it's free. Also, leave a comment, anything you want to say. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and hit that little bell icon, and you'll get notified when I put up a new video. Until later, fill out. And remember, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. Thank you very much.